We're still tracking dangerous fire weather conditions for the rest of this evening. Even after we got a bit of a splash of rain here the last few days, you'll see a narrow corridor just across Missouri that got about an inch or more of rainfall here. That has still not been enough to get our drought out, and as we're seeing our high winds still being fueled into this Friday, that has led to our fire weather danger into the rest of this evening. That's going to expire finally by about 8 p.m. as our winds settle down, but you'll notice you really want to avoid that burning across any parts of the area here in the coming hours. We'll see that, again, thanks to those winds. This is as a very weak cold front is approaching the area here this evening. We see that on our surface analysis just as a weak boundary, but this will be enough to bring some of these wind gusts even near 30 miles per hour for parts of the afternoon. That's why you really need to avoid any burning today. We have that along with very dry conditions, some of our humidity less than 40%, and very dry air overhead that we'll see these winds working with. So again, stay away from any burning today. This will start to already die down by the time we get into some Friday night football this evening. You'll notice by about 8 to 9 p.m. that's where winds start to settle back to the teens, likely still a bit breezy during the football games, but especially as we get into the weekend, that's where a lot of these winds begin to settle down, even into the single digits for parts of our Saturday. That's once we finally clear a cold front out of the area. With that cold front moving through, it is looking to move through just before some of these football games tonight, but overall mid-Missouri is looking to stay dry with how much of that dry air we have in place. We'll notice our temperatures still pretty chilly, and you'll have to watch out for those wind gusts on top of that, so we might want to stay layered up here even as we're in those 60s very early in the games, but especially as you're getting home, that's where those temperatures drop quickly into the lower 60s. So good idea to stay bundled up and maybe even grab that poncho as you're heading out. You'll notice that this future track is bringing just some light showers along this cold front this evening. This is about by 4 to 5 p.m. here where that begins to enter from the north. As we get closer to those football games, though, it's just really looking to dodge our area, at least with the most organized rainfall, mostly over mid-mo, just going to catch some stray showers and probably not even more than 1/10 of an inch of rain for the area here. It even looks a lot more scary on this future track than what we'll likely actually see. We just have a lot of that dry air overhead. It's going to soak up any of that rain that is really able to make it close to the ground here. You'll even see that on our rainfall. Barely able to pick that out for most parts of the area here. So I think still good to go out for those football games. Maybe just have that poncho just in case if we see more than a few lighter sprinkles out of this cold front. Overall, though, it is looking to stay very dry, and we will not see really a break from that drought, unfortunately, even for the next couple of weeks as we're still trending drier. We will see the coldest temperatures of the season, though, as you'll notice multiple lows next week dipping into the 20s.